In the shadows of Virginia's Blue Ridge, a champion will be crowned. North Central makes its 4th consecutive trip to the national title game, and Cortland, who's never been here before, playing in its first ever national championship. Two teams with so very different stories. One will raise a trophy, and the other has its season end in heartbreak. It's Cortland and North Central for the Division III National Championship next on ESPNU. You're watching the Stagg Bowl on ESPN. Tonight we crown a Division III national champion in Salem. Cortland is the new kids on the block. First ever championship game appearance in program history against the team that has made this their second home. 4th straight year playing for a title for the Cardinals. Pretty easy semifinal game last week for Cortland. 49-14 rout over Randolph-Macon, and a rare close game for North Central. The #1 team in the nation squeaks by Wartburg by just a touchdown. Hello everyone, and happy Friday night to you from Salem with Craig Haubert. I'm Noah Reed. Ashley Stroline joins us in just a moment. This moment tonight is what college athletes dream of and work so hard for. We get to crown a national champion.
Programs nationwide started this journey last winter with those 6 a.m. workouts into those sweltering August practices of fall camp. With the season having been navigated, only 2 teams stand. Who could put the exclamation point on what has been a long, challenging, and exciting season? I cannot wait.
It feels almost impossible to talk about D3 football without talking about Luke Lanin, who just earlier today was named the Gallardi Trophy winner.
He is one of the more exciting football players in college football, regardless of division. A true dual threat. He's actually a 2-sport athlete in college, also playing baseball, but he is at his most dangerous when he can get outside the pocket and create, but he's also very efficient, having completed 75% of his passes. He is a dynamic playmaker within that offense.
And on the other side, Cortland has one of the best in the country too, in Zach Boyes.
He runs that offense with surgical precision. He is a decisive decision maker, and because of that, that ball gets out of his hands quickly. He's also a good runner. He's second on the team in rushing, but he is truly the catalyst that has helped that Cortland offense get here tonight.
More than 3,600 yards in the season, second most in all of Division III. And now for the first time tonight, we get to introduce you to the 3rd member of our crew, in Ashley Stroline. Hello, Ashley.
Oh, hey guys, let me tell you, whether it's North Central playing in its 4th consecutive Stagg Bowl or Cortland playing in its very first one, players on both teams heard similar messages from their head coach this week, and that they really wanted them to soak up being here in Salem, Virginia for championship week, make memories with each other and have some fun. But remember, they're here to do a job, and that job is to leave it all out on the field tonight and walk away winners of the 2023 Stagg Bowl. And I can tell you right now, game faces are on, the energy is rising, and it is all about business down here on the field.
Yeah, it sure is, Ashley. And Cortland even said that yesterday. We want our guys to enjoy it. It's the first time they've ever been here, but we know that this is a business trip.
Yeah, there's certainly a big goal ahead, but you're right, you got to soak in these memories. As you mentioned, Cortland's first trip. This doesn't happen all the time.
Right. They won the toss, elected to defer, so that high potent offense of North Central will be on offense first. Joey Lombardi and Sean Allen back to return the kick for the Cardinals. And off we go in the Division III National Championship. This is Joey Lombardi, who averages 43.5 yards per return. He is electric, has another one across the 30, but there is a flag back near the 20.
The return, holding, return team number 22. Half the distance to goal from the spot of the foul, first down.
Special teams will be so key tonight. You mentioned Lombardi's so great as a return man, but you cannot. You see right there in the middle of the screen to see number 43, the white jersey kind of get pulled away. Little mistakes early on that's going to back up this North Central offense.
So starting field position is inside the 9, but this is a high-powered offense, and Luke Lanen, who just got word today that he was the Gallardi Trophy winner for best player in all of Division III football, trots out there. You're not going to believe this number. 53 incompletions this season, 46 touchdown passes, Craig, almost as many touchdown passes as incompletions.
Yeah, it's almost, it is unheard of. When I first saw that stat, I did not believe it.
Handoff, Joe Sacco, the running back who's ran for over 1,600 yards this year, gets a tough, hard-fought 2 yards.
Well, the thing that's interesting about this offense, though, is they lead in scoring, they lead in total offense, and usually when you see those numbers, you think it's being done with a high-powered passing attack. But this North Central offense really is built off the ground game. They have rushed for almost 3,500 yards more than their opponents this season.
Second straight year that Sacco has ran for nearly 10 yards a carry. He just chews up yardage. Give it back to him. Sacco picking his way through the defense, bounces off of one, and that's why he averages 10 yards a carry.
Sacco, he's only about 185 pounds, but he runs like he's about 220, and it's a big reason why they've been able to put up those impressive rushing stats.
325 yards a game. As an offense, they score more than 60 points a game. First down, gets rid of it to Sacco, the running back. Shakes away from one, has a first down, lowers the shoulder, and he's finally twisted down by Ryan Isom after a gain of 14.
Yeah, really nice job by Lane there. Immediately got pressure, was able to kind of find his outlet. You're going to see 2 defenders right in his face. He's able to get it off to Sacco, and then watch just the balance to stay in bounds and pick up that extra yardage.
Whether it's in the run game and the pass game, Joe Sacco can just get a ton of yards after contact. Give it to him on some misdirection to the near side. Follows a block. Got crushed after just a few yards. He gets 3 to bring up second down.
This Cortland Red Dragons defense is likely the biggest front 7 that North Central faced this year, and they're doing a good job early on of getting some penetration, and they're forcing Sacco to have to kind of bubble a bit, but he's so patient as a runner. He's still able to kind of find some seams, and even there, gets a positive yardage.
Battle of 2 strengths. This is a Cortland defense that does not give up many points, about 18 a game, and ahead of a second down, there's a false start.
Offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Moving the football, but second time here early on, North Central. A self-inflicted wound.
A holding on the opening kickoff return for Brad Spencer's club. Now a false start puts them behind the chains on a 2nd and long. And it's the first time Joe Sacco is not in the backfield. Now Sean Allen in there, the running back. He's got it. No, it's kept by the quarterback, Luke Lanen, to the right side. Alex DeRosa makes the stop, but a pickup of 10 makes it 3rd and short.
Yeah, a little bit almost like a triple option. Watch, takes the handoff. He's got the option to throw. He's able to make that one defender miss and turn upfield. As proficient as he's been as a passer, I mean, he's 2nd on the team in rushing as well.
Yeah, nearly 750 yards rushing for the quarterback, Luke Lanen. This is a top 10 3rd down offense in the nation.
They're already in 4-down territory, trust me.
Charles Coleman straight up the gut. They won't need 4 downs. Huge run on 3rd and 2 inside the 30. Finally chased down by Mark Noel.
That's a deep running back room. Nice job right up the middle. Look at the push that they're getting on the offensive line. Led there by number 75, Nick Farley, the left guard. And Coleman, such a nice change up to Sacco, because Coleman does have the size with which Sacco thinks he has and runs with.
Yeah, you said it yesterday. Sacco's only 190, but he acts like he's 220 the way he runs. after 34 yards on 3rd and 2. It's now first down for North Central inside the 30. Lannon has time, fires down the sideline to Lombardi, and he threw it behind him.
We've been so focused on that run game because literally that is the foundation of which this offense is built. They've got some playmakers out wide. Lombardi is one of those. That pass there from Lane has been very efficient this year. We talked about it, 75% completion percentage, but a little bit outside there, didn't really give his receiver a chance.
Second and 10 on the end around. It's D'Angelo Hardy, the wide receiver. They get him involved plenty in the run game, and he's got 8 yards here to make it 2nd and 2.
Just a little bit of a jet sweep. He's really a versatile weapon within his offense, number 6, finding ways to get him the football. He has touchdowns this year as a receiver, as a rusher, and he's even thrown one.
This guy can do it all.
And that Cortland coaching staff were well aware of number 6. They said, we have to know where he is at all times. There, North Central finding a way to get him the football in that jet sweep.
9th play of the drive on 3rd and 2. Coleman's got another 3rd down conversion, his 2nd of the drive, as he's finally torn down at the 11.
This time they used that same kind of action with Hardy coming across the formation, kind of stretching out, freezing that secondary, and then a really nice job interior. You see number 75 pulling around. That was Farley. Number 67, Zach Fortier, wrapping around with a nice block.
This Cortland defense had a good start to the drive, but North Central continuing to chew up yards. Eric Studeman, the offensive coordinator, trying to see if his team can score an opening drive touchdown. Sacco. This time he's shut down, runs into a wall of white jerseys led by Jack Winey, the leading tackler for Cortland.
I found it interesting that Cortland deferred. You know, you're really taking a chance when you put the top scoring offense in Division III on the field first, you know, and I'm sure their thought was just try to maybe get momentum, maybe try to get them off their game a little bit if we can get a 3 and out or stop them. But as we're seeing right now, North Central doing what they've done so well all year, move the football down the field.
Outscoring opponents 560 to 77 in the first half this year. Just an absurd number. Sacco stretching to the left, ripped down at the 10. Jack Winey makes back-to-back plays for Cortland, and a late flag flies in. Well, the officials taking a long time to figure this one out.
Personal foul. Offense, number 3. 15-yard penalty. The play counts. It'll be 3rd down.
It's the wide receiver, Jacob Parody, who's called for the personal foul after the play.
You see Jacob Parody right there behind. It's a blind side block. See it and running. Oh, yeah.
Right to the official. That's probably not a good thing to do.
Can't get away with that one when you literally bring the penalty to him.
So now all the way back at the 25. Got to get to the 1 for a first down. So 3rd and 24 for the Cardinals coming up.
Again, they're thinking they're going to operate with 2 more downs, so you don't need to try to get themselves into a more manageable 3rd down.
Third and 24. Lannon pressured, escapes from Llewellyn on the run, takes off, And he gets in between two guys, but it's a gain of just about 7, and you're looking at 4th and still 17.
They're not thinking field goal here.
No.
They've only attempted 2 on the season.
And Sean Reinick's long is 34 yards. Brad Spencer told us yesterday we want to go for it as much as possible. But Lanen is trotting off the field. Sean Reinick is in there to attempt a 35-yard field goal attempt. Would be his longest of the season. Like Craig said, has only attempted 2 all year long. And before the field goal attempt, a timeout taken by North Central.
First timeout of the half, 30 seconds.
That's kind of going against his normal thought process,
Right.
of, but they're really in a tough situation there.
Halfway into this first quarter, North Central has had the ball the entire time. Decision time for North Central. They kick the field goal or try to go for it. Early in the D3 national title, it's a good one. North Central, so much so, Craig, that on a 4th and 17, the offense is going to stay on the field.
He ran the kicker out. Inside. He's like, I don't want to kick. I know I'm supposed to kick. I don't want to kick. Now that offense is back out there. And, really, they can't pick up a first, but really almost trying for a score here.
4th and 17 from the 18. Lennon, the Gallardi Trophy winner, zips it back to the end zone for Hardy through his hands. Incomplete, and Cortland does something that almost nobody does, and that's stop North Central on an opening drive.
But they had it. They got their playmaker outside the pocket. They had their talented wide receiver running in the back of the end zone, just a little bit out of his reach. Watch Lane and he's sitting outside. Oh, he knew he was so close. Got big number 6 running across the back of the end zone, just a little bit outside his outstretched hands.
So deferring comes out to be a good thing for Cortland. Offense starts. It's a fake. Boys rolling right, being chased, turns the corner and walks himself out of bounds just a little shy of the marker. He picks up 8 yards on the opening play. Zach Boyce has been dominant in the playoffs. A career-high 400 yards a couple weeks ago in the quarterfinals. 8 touchdowns, no picks in the last 2 weeks.
He's really had a record-setting season, both with single-season records and also school records. You watch him on tape, the thing that jumps out is that release. It's quick.
He's thrown for more than 3,600 yards this year, second most in the country. On a play action, heaves it deep, looking for Lab, bobbles and incomplete. He had him, and it looked like Lab just started to stumble there at the end.
Yeah, they took that shot downfield. It was off the play action. He's going to take that shot deep, and he's got the corner, Ethan Gorick, beat. Gorick does a nice job. He doesn't look back. He doesn't give up. He stays after, and you're right, a little bit outstretched there for Lap. And while he's trying to bring it in, Gorick is able to knock it away. A really nice job there by the corner, just staying after the play.
Kurt Fitzpatrick's team, 8th best third down offense in the nation. They convert them 53% of the time. Jaden Alfano St. John has the first down, picks up 3 when he needed 2, and moves the chains.
It's not surprising, though, to see Cortland take that shot, as we're going to see the big back Alfano St. John working his way upfield, picking up that first.
Patrick Rochford, the offensive coordinator for Cortland. We talked a lot about North Central's offense, but Cortland averages about 47 points a game themselves. Alfano St. John tries to go over the top of Groark, and he hurdles him down to the 37 for 7 yards. They will depend a lot on number 2 tonight to run the football. I know Boyce is a great quarterback, but that is their workhorse in the backfield.
Yeah, he's a big back as well. They're trying to go up and over there. When you're built like Alfonso St. John, 6'2", 200, you should try to go through, not over.
Second down, Boys fires over the middle and a diving catch. Cole Burgess across midfield and a first down.
These receivers do a really nice job against zone. They've got tremendous feel. See the inside receiver work right there, a little bit outstretched out. Great job there by Burgess, extending and making the catch.
15 yards for number 15, who's the leading receiver this year. He had 145 yards and 3 touchdowns last week in Cortland's semifinal win to get them to the national title game. Alfonso St. John ripped down in the backfield. Angelo Cusimano with his 7th tackle for loss this season as Cortland loses 3 yards.
Cusimano really quick to read that, get upfield. Do a nice job wrapping up on the tackle. He's kind of a little bit more of their coverage linebacker. They're making a nice play against the run.
Yeah, kind of a do-it-all guy in the linebacker spot for them. Coming off his best game of his career, had 8 tackles against Wartburg a week ago in the semifinals. 2nd and 13. Boys with a clean pocket, now flush to the left, fires on the run against his body, completes it to the tight end Amari Kendrick.
Well, we talked about Lanen's ability for North Central to be able to escape there. We saw it from Boys.
He had it, but then dropped it going down to the ground right there. The ball hits the grounds.
That was Nick Rummel doing a nice job of coming up and separating with that hit, not allowing the catch to be made. Nick Rummel, really a versatile player. He's played receiver and corner. Actually, both of these corners tonight for North Central, players that have moved over from offense to defense, and I think that's why they took that shot early.
Third and 13. Boys looking right, launches to the sideline, and it's batted down by Groark again. Couple nice plays and coverage by the sophomore cornerback on this drive.
Yeah, receiver a year ago looking really good at corner there. Watch him, just in position, finds the football, gets that left hand up. That's almost textbook. That's outstanding play. Twice now on that drive, they tested number 31, and he answered.
Shane Deerking, the defensive coordinator, told us when Groark came back from injury this year, that's when our defense really turned around. It's a Cortland punt. Jacob Parody calls for the fair catch at the 20, and it's a 31-yard punt. Under 4 to go in the first quarter here in Salem. The Stagg Bowl is scoreless between Cortland and North Central.
The NCAA Division III Football Championship is brought to you by the new Sonic Cheeseburgers, starting at $3.99 for a limited time, only at Sonic.
Nothing more fun than crowning a national champion. North Central has been here for 4 consecutive years. They've won 2 of the 3, and they're trying to make it back-to-back under Brad Spencer, who has never lost a game as a head coach. He's got this thing pretty well figured out, Craig. 29-0 all time.
Yeah, he's off to a good start.
Nobody has won more games in a row currently in all of college football than this North Central team. 29 straight. South Dakota State's in action right now in Brookings, the #1 team in the FCS. First play of North Central's drive, Joe Sacco spins away from 1, and he's tumbled down at the 31. He picks up 11 yards.
Sam Pryor, the right guard, just had a crushing block. Drove the defender back, created a great lane there. That offensive line is playing well early on.
One of 4 guys on that offensive line for North Central named the all-conference team this year. I mean, that is a nasty and physical front 5. Lanen uncorks it to the far sideline, and that was too far for Joey Lombardi.
Twice now early in this game, they've tried to go to number 13 in their win against Wartburg a week ago to make it here to the championship game. He only had 4 catches, but they were all significant. 2 of them for touchdowns and big gains. And unable, though, here early on to kind of get him going. Nice coverage there by Cortland.
And Coach Studeman, the offensive coordinator for North Central, said he showed up in a big way for us last week, and we know he has that capability every week. Sacco with a good cut back to the middle. This guy is so elusive, Craig. The first guy there never makes the tackle.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great cutback because it looked like Cortland did a great job of reading that. They had 2 defenders there. He was able to slam on the brakes, turn it back inside, pick up some positive yardage. You're going to watch him get to the outside. You're going to see 2 white jerseys flash upfield. He just turns it back inside.
He's ran for over 100 yards 10 times this season. Third and 5, they go back to him. Sacco has a hole, and there he goes. Joe Sacco finally tracked down at the 15 by Mark Noel.
You know what they say, good things come to those who wait. Watch, he's patient, then he finds that crease to the outside. And able to break it for a big run there.
49 yards for Sacco on 3rd down to put North Central all the way down to the 15.
He's already approaching 100 yards here.
8 for 81. You know what that equals, Craig? 10 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Right at his average. He gets a blow after the 49-yard run. Charles Coleman's in the backfield now. He gets the touch. They give him 7 yards on 1st down. Alex DeRosa makes his 2nd tackle.
Coleman's been getting some touches here early with some between the tackle runs.
He only had 2 last week in the semifinal win against Wartburg, but he's rattled off a couple 3rd down runs that have given them a 1st down, and because of that, he's getting more touches.
He's also got good hands out of the backfield as well.
Hey, he's caught 9 passes this year, 6 of them for touchdowns. This is D'Angelo Hardy. Direct snap to the wide receiver, but it was played well by the Cortland defense for just a yard.
Talked a little bit earlier about Hardy's versatility. Here they put him in at Wildcat, using Lanin as the back, trying to catch that defense kind of off guard.
3 for 4 on 3rd down today is North Central. Charles Coleman, the running back that's in there right now, has 2 of those conversions. Third and 3, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage. Jaden Martinez, the linebacker with the penetration to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Martinez is going to do, he's right at the top of the screen. Watch how he just gets flat down the line, quickly reads it's able to wrap up. Bring down Coleman before he's able to even get going.
They don't have to snap it. The 1st quarter clock is set to run out before the 4th down. We might be scoreless after 1 quarter, but it's been a fun one. North Central and Cortland headed to the 2nd quarter next.
Well, Coach Fitzpatrick, you talked to us about wanting to slow down North Central's offense. A scoreless game after 1 quarter. What's been the key to your defense's play so far?
Well, I don't know if we've slowed them down as much as I'd like, but we've played good red zone defense and made big plays, especially in their first drive to get them off the field, and just made a big stop on 3rd down there to put them in 4th down. We'll see what they do here in terms of going forward or kicking a field goal, but you know, bend but don't break is okay. Eventually we got to play better defense, but you know, we're settling in.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, Craig, as he was saying bend but don't break, I was thinking that exact same thing, because in 2 drives, North Central has 164 yards but no points.
Yeah, I mean, they've been effective, but still got another down here to get it done.
4th and 4. Lanin stumbles and is sacked. Lost the football. It's not going to matter. It was 4th down. It's Cortland football anyways, but they're saying fumble recovered by Jack Winey and Cortland. Red Dragons football.
Will improve field position. But that bend don't break defense getting it done again on the outside. You see Winey in pursuit, able to bring him down. Looked like he was down before that ball popped out. You're going to see here, as you see Winey coming from behind. Oh, that ball was out.
Yeah.
That ball was out.
Only the 7th turnover all year for North Central. And again, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't change anything. It's still Cortland ball no matter what.
Just gives it a little bit more positive starting position.
2 big defensive stops for Cortland. Alfano St. John spinning away from 1 tackler, and he's dragged down by the leg. A loss of 3. Martin Egbo makes the play.
James Hart, number 95, doing a nice job kind of clogging things up there in the middle. This is a defensive line for North Central. They'll rotate in several bodies. I feel like they're got 2 deep there. Egbo, he's kind of the pass rushing specialist of that unit.
Boys to throw on 2nd down. Running out of space, somehow squeaks through. Takes off using the legs. Boys making something out of nothing, and now making everything out of nothing. What a run for Zach Boys. That's a man's run of 28 yards.
Yeah, things were just starting to squeeze around him. They were like there was going to be anywhere to go. He was able to find an escape hatch to get to the 2nd level and just finish it off with some tough running there. This offense, leading into this drive, only had 31 yards of total offense in the 1st quarter. Give him a little bit of a spark there with that run.
Biggest play of the day. And a flag thrown to blow the play dead. A false start against Cortland.
Offense, number 15, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
It's such a little thing, but you want to feed off of that energy from the run, and then you get that penalty. I watch him right there. See, just moving too early there.
First penalty of the day for Kurt Fitzpatrick's team. Backs him up 5 yards, makes this a 1st and 15. End around for the wide receiver, Cole Burgess. He gets all of the penalty yardage back on his own penalty, and then a couple more. 7 yards. Cole Burgess, 4-time all-conference guy.
They have not been able to get him going early on. He's quick as a receiver. Really effective underneath routes.
Went over 3,000 career yards receiving on his first catch today. Quick pass, caught over the middle. Shakes away from 1. That's Idivio, who's down near the marker. He's got 8 yards, and it's enough for a 1st down.
Well, they say he's kind of the 3rd down specialist. It was only 2nd, but he said, you know what, I'm going to pick up the 1st down for you anyway. Once again, doing a nice job just finding a little bit of a soft spot against that zone. Boy, he puts it right on him, and then he's able to make 1 defender miss there.
We were talking earlier today, and you think he's the X factor for Cortland.
Yeah, I mean, he is a guy who just makes a lot of plays. His boy on the move.
Boys tumbling down, he's got the 1st down. 11 yards to move the chains, a couple big plays in a row for this Cortland offense.
Boys, he's been so effective as a passer this year. Sometimes you don't really think of him as a dual threat, but now twice in this drive, we've seen what he can do when he does tuck it and run.
doesn't that just show you how much he does in the pass game? Because he's ran for just under 700 yards this season, and yet you don't really talk about that.
Yeah, no, it's almost like it's very much an underrated part of his game.
Boys is dropped behind the line. Bobby Medina with the sack.
Part of the future of the program right there, only a freshman. Once again, you're going to watch things. They're going to start to collapse. See Medina coming around the edge, doing a nice job. This time not letting boys escape. Great just pressure. Watch how everything collapses around him. Allows Medina to get the sack.
Shane Deerking, the defensive coordinator, told us that Medina's been a little bit of a surprise for them. They didn't necessarily think that he would be as productive as he has been as a freshman. 2nd and 16 for Boys. Has a clean pocket this time, dumps it off to Alphonso St. John, who's ripped down inside the 30. He's got 10 yards and makes this 3rd down a little more manageable.
Yeah, good job by Boys there, just nothing there, checking it down to Alphonso St. John, as you mentioned, just now putting themselves in a better position here on 3rd down.
Red Dragons just 1 for 2 on 3rd down today. Need the 22 to move the chains. And before the 3rd down, a timeout taken, the first of the day by Cortland. They want to talk it over before a big 3rd down. Still scoreless. 2 of the highest powered offenses in the nation haven't been able to score yet. I don't think many people thought Cortland would end up here in the championship game. Entered the playoffs, the 11th ranked team in the country. They were 13-1, 6-0 in conference play. They had a great year. Team that's averaging almost 47 points a game, one of the best marks in all of college football, but they had to go on the road 3 times in the playoffs, Craig, and led by Zach Boys, this team has made its first ever national title game. It's a big 3rd down coming up for the Red Dragons. Needs 6 yards. Alphonso St. John stretching to the right side, and he's ripped out of bounds. Ethan Groark, who has made play after play in this first half, gets the 3rd down stop.
Has made a couple of plays in coverage. They're going to try to get Alphonso St. John to the edge. You see number 31 just play off the block, quickly close and make the tackle.
Well, looks like Kurt Fitzpatrick is keeping the offense out there on this 4th down. Need to get to the 22 to move the chains and keep the drive alive. Boys stepping up, lost it to the sideline, it's pulled in. Idevio with the catch, and it's a 1st down for Cortland.
And he has been so crucial for them in tough situations. It starts with the big guys up front. They're gonna give him a little time. Nice job there by Boyd stepping up in the pocket and just watch him lay it in there. Showing a little bit of touch.
The offensive coordinator, Patrick Rochford, told us earlier this week that he's not as flashy as a couple of other wide receivers, but man, he just makes plays when we need him to. Ashton Capone gets his first carry, and he lunges down inside the 10. He picks up 5 yards.
It was such a nice pass. You just saw like 4 red jerseys there. Boys able just to kind of layer it right in there, drop it in there. Convert that big 4th down. If you're a fan of place kickers, this is not the championship game for you.
Don't like to trot the field goal units out very much. 2 teams that go for it on 4th down a lot. Capone this time is stood up after maybe just a yard. It's a North Central team, Craig, that has not been down very much this year. Only 1 time all season long have they been down. That was in the 4th quarter of last week in the semifinals, but they don't play in very many close games.
And they quickly responded and took that lead back last week. All right, they're used. I mean, in the first half this year, I mean, they have just outscored opponents 560 to 77 North Central. So they're used to just busting out of the gates.
End around for Burgess. Tries to get a block out in front of him. Wanted to leap over the top of Groark. Stayed up. Made it down to the 5. Couple yards. 4th and short. They've already gone for it and got it on 4th down already in this drive.
Going to try to get Burgess to the edge. You're going to watch, but they're doing a great job just playing off that block. But Burgess is such great body control as he was going down, able to kind of get back on his feet. That was a cat-like move.
Cortland got a 4th and 6 already. This is a 4th and 2. And Cortland uses its 2nd timeout of the drive. Still scoreless, but Cortland knocking on the door at the 5, trying to take the lead against the #1 team in the nation. The college football playoff semifinals are New Year's Day on ESPN and the app. #1 Michigan taking on #4 Alabama in the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. Then it's #2 Washington, #3 Texas in the All-State Sugar Bowl. The winners play on Monday, January 8th for the national championship on ESPN. Cortland had a chance to go to the Big House just 2 weeks ago in the quarterfinals. They took on Alma, who's in Michigan. Got to practice the practice facility, got to see the Big House. A couple weeks later here in Salem playing for a national title. Boys needs 2 yards. Running right, he won't get there. Penetration again from the North Central defense. Will Kettlecamp with the stop on 4th down, and this game is still scoreless. 4th and 2. Boys can't pick it up. North Central takes over on the turnover on downs.
The NCAA Division III Football Championship is brought to you by McDonald's.
Thank goodness there's no snow in Salem like there was in that last picture. We got a gorgeous night tonight, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's we've got weather conducive for a lot of scoring, but none of it's going. We got a lot of bending and no breaking.
50th Stagg Bowl, the 26th of which being played here in Salem, a town that hosts a lot of NCAA championships. 101 all-time have been played here in Salem. And Brad Spencer, the North Central head coach, told us, I don't know why they'd ever played anywhere but Salem. This is a great place to host it. North Central's defense got a stop on 4th down. Offense takes over inside their own 10. Lanen fires to Hardy, but it's incomplete.
They're having a tough time just kind of keeping a consistent rhythm. Putting Lanen on the move there.
First 2 drives, this offense has moved the ball really well. 73 and 58 yards respectively, but a turnover on downs and a fumble, Craig. They just haven't been able to punch it in.
There have been some penalties sprinkled in there. They're making plays, as you said, they're moving it, but there's always seems to kind of be that point where they get a little bit off rhythm.
And Lanen, the Gallardi Trophy winner, just 2 for 6 so far. This is Sean Allen with a stutter step, and he gets pulled down from behind at the 15 for 7 yards.
The interior of that North Central offensive line, they are fun to watch. They're blocking down, folding around, doing a great job getting up to second level.
That's Jaden Martinez, the 2nd leading tackler for Cortland, who is slow to get off the field.
He's a big part of that defense, along with Jack Winey, both transfers from Nassau Community College.
They were the 2 leading tacklers at Nassau the last 2 years, and now the 2 leading tacklers here for Cortland.
North Central keeps it on the ground here on 3rd down.
Coleman's the running back in there. He's picked up 2 third downs already today, but instead rolling right. Hardy with his first catch today, and he's wrestled out of bounds, but not until a 1st down.
Right In the slot there, you're going to see him work to the outside as the outside receiver runs off the corner, giving that cushion there for Hardy. We've seen them use him already a few different ways. An NFL prospect, head coach Brad Spencer was saying that's what the NFL scouts have said they've liked about number 6, is that he can do a lot of different things.
He said he's absolutely going to get a look because all the NFL scouts tell one another, hey, you need to go check out a North Central practice. This D'Angelo Hardy kid is for real. Lanin uncorks it for Lombardi, incomplete. Coverage downfield was the true freshman, Naz-Jean Lubin.
They're still trying to get Lombardi going, but number 30, he's fun to watch. Like, he is only a freshman, but plays with such confidence. He had an outstanding breakup in their win a week ago in the semis. He is playing like an upperclassman the way he has been executing here late in the playoffs.
And Steve Cushing, the DC, said we want him playing with that confidence. We like that from him. Fake the handoff to Allen. Lanin rolls left, running out of room, and he's yanked down. Nick Ladero with his team-leading 9th sack of the season. A loss of 8 to bring up 3rd and long.
The Cortland coaches said that Nick Ladero's really shown up in the last 3 games. You're going to see him on the edge, setting the edge, keep stretching, and then Lanin tries to cut it back, and Ladero says, you know what, I'm just going to finish this myself. Outstanding job there on the edge by Ladero. Player lost last year with an ACL.
And what a bounce back year he's had this year coming back. 3rd and 18. Lanin found a seam, has some space on the right sideline. He's got the first down. On 3rd and 18, the National Player of the Year delivers. There is a flag late that comes in at the very end of the play near midfield. "24 yards and a first down currently, but have to check in on this flag."
Sideline interference, North Central sideline. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. It will be a first down.
So sideline warning, but it does not wipe away the first down.
You see Lanin here using that speed, getting to the top, and we'll see maybe where that interference came along the sideline. But yet even with the penalty, they still get that first down. You see there from Lanin the speed. It's a player, coaches were telling us they've measured hitting 21 miles per hour with the catapult. He's got 27 stolen bases over the last 2 seasons on the baseball team, so he could scoot.
Not just a two-sport athlete, but excels. A Gold Glove winner, National Player of the Year as a quarterback. This is Joe Sacco, who gets crushed out of bounds after just a yard.
That's what I mean. You know, we talked about it when this drive started. Like, they're making plays or moving the football, but it's almost like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And
right.
Even with that nice run, they pick up the first down. They got to give up yards. They just have not been able to get into the rhythm that they've been in all year that has allowed them to average 60 points per game.
Almost 200 yards of total offense tonight, Craig, but again, no points have shown up for him. This is a 2nd and long. Lanin with a clean pocket, snaps it over the middle to Hardy. Has the first down before he's upended by Jaden Martinez. Good to see him back out there after he had to go off the field a few plays ago.
Hardy once again working inside. Inside receivers, their tight ends able to clear out. Give Hardy some room to work underneath, and that's all right. He's a big play, but you find ways you get the football in his hands, even if it's underneath. Keep him involved.
Second catch today for Hardy, who's back-to-back years as an All-American. Hand off to Sacco. Patient run. ducking across the 40 for 4 yards. North Central's offense has never scored less than 21 points in a first half this year. Nothing with 3 to go before halftime.
That's certainly uncharted territory. They struggled in the second half a week ago against Wartburg, but those were really tough weather conditions. Still able to get the win, but here in the first half, unable to get in the end zone.
Laying on second down. Ton of time. Now escapes to the right, holds on to it, throws it out of play.
Outstanding job by that Red Dragon secondary. The offensive line was able to give Lane in a pocket, give him some time, but just nowhere to go with the football. And once he was able to break outside, did a nice job of rallying and out, allowing him to run.
This might be the most fun 0-0 game at almost halftime I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are moving the football. They just, once they get in the red zone, run out of gas.
This is not like Raiders-Vikings last week, I can tell you that. Third down. Lannon holds on to it, design run, picks up the first down, bounces away from one, and he twists his way across midfield before Gene Lubin makes the stop on a 12-yard run by the quarterback.
This is a designed run all the way. Gonna watch number 58 Pryor get up to second level, get that block, allow Lannon some room to run. Great block there by the junior. You see him right there in the middle of the screen, number 58. Help to spring Lannon.
As dual threat as they come, Lanon's thrown for more than 3,200 yards, ran for almost 800 this season, and picks up a needed first down. Flag is down to blow the play dead. It's a false start against North Central.
There we see again, positive, negative.
Yeah, right.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 75, first down.
It's Nick Farley, the left guard.
After the 5-yard penalty, it's first and 15 for North Central from their own 48-yard line.
Fifth penalty against North Central. Toss to Sacco, cuts back up the middle, spins away from one, tackled from behind near the marker. He gets 14 yards, not quite a first down before Christian Powell finally makes the tackle.
A little toss out to Sacco, gonna get a defender upfield. See right there, white flashes, he's able to cut back inside, and then we just see more of that tough running from number 24.
Over 100 yards in this first half for Joe Sacco, the 11th time this season the junior running back's done that. Coleman on second and short, stretching to the edge, has the first down and a whole lot more to the sideline with a stiff arm, and he's ushered out inside the 15.
That started on the edge with a tremendous block by number 7, Jeske Maples. Watch number 70 at the top of the screen. Watch him keep working. He's gonna reach, he's gonna give the corner there to Coleman. And once he gets to that second level, he gets some yards.
Jeske Maples, second team All-American, back-to-back years as the offensive lineman of the year in the conference. And North Central has already ran for 202 yards in this first half. Keep it on the ground with the quarterback, Lannon. Just a little shy of the marker. Luke Winslow tracks him down and pushes him out.
Good ball handling there by Lannon. Not really sold that defense with the action to the right. Able to take off to his left.
This is nothing new for North Central. 210 yards on the ground, but this is the second best running offense in the nation, Craig, at 325 yards a game.
To 1:01, 1 minute, 1 second. Thank you.
There's a North Central offense by this point of the first half. They're usually used to making their fourth or fifth trip to the end zone. They're still trying to break through, but that Cortland defense, that coach Kurt Fitzpatrick said it, it's been bend but don't break. Can you continue that?
15th play of the drive. Toss to Coleman. Bounces away from one. Touchdown North Central. Finally on the board.
Bringing Coleman around. Looked like they were going to break up this play as there was some penetration, but good footwork there from Coleman. Got to bubble it a little bit. It gets turned upfield. Able to punch it in.
7th total touchdown of the playoffs for Coleman, who's technically the 3rd string running back.
North Central trying to defend their national title. It's been tough sledding in the first half, but now North Central able to punch it in and take the lead.
The NCAA championship season continues tomorrow with the Division II football championship between 2-seed Harding and 1-seed Colorado School of Mines at 1 Eastern right here on ESPNU. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your official home for all 90 NCAA championships. Not the game we expected to have in the slightest, Craig, but this Division III championship game has been awesome in the first half.
Yeah, it's been a lot of body blows here that North Central able to kind of land the first stunning shot of this first half. That drive, 15 plays, 92 yards.
They picked up 73 and 58 yards respectively on each of their first 2 drives, but those ended in a turnover on downs and a fumble, finally able to turn it into 7. This is Cole Burgess from the 3. Has the sideline, follows a block, and he's out near the 30.
And for Cortland, they knew the offensive juggernaut that they were facing, but they're keeping it close, and that was the goal.
Down just 7 shortly before halftime in the D3 title game. Bowl season begins tomorrow with 7 games on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus. Our ESPN quadruple header starts at 11 a.m. Eastern with Georgia Southern and Ohio. Then Jacksonville State takes on Louisiana, followed by New Mexico State and Fresno State. And we cap the day with Cal and Texas Tech in the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. Not to mention the Division III title right in front of us. The D2 championship game is tomorrow at 1 Eastern. It is football season in December. Zach Boyes, this is caught. Omari Kendrick, the tight end, has his 2nd catch.
They want to move, want to try to make some plays. The key thing, though, is do not give North Central this limited amount of time, the football back and a chance.
You're not kidding. Boyes launches deep down the sideline for Lapp, and it's just a little too far. And a little bit shaken up is J.J. Lapp walking off the field now.
Gork has done a really nice job in his first half, just staying after it. A little bit outstretched there for Lapp. Those corners for North Central have done a really nice job in that first half.
Yeah, Groark especially, but Nick Rummel's made a couple plays in coverage. Cortland in danger of getting shut out in the first half for the first time all season. Good news is they've kept it close to the #1 team in the nation. Boyes stepping up in the pocket. He has some space, escapes one and tiptoes the sideline, picking up a few extra yards.
Nothing there. He's going to escape out, turn in. Looked like he was going to go out of bounds, but at first I was like, I don't know if I like that. But you know what? The defender overran it.
Yeah,
he was right. And good job there.
Nearing midfield, still have 27 seconds, 1 timeout. Boys getting out of pressure, zips it to the sideline, it's caught. Idivio with the catch at the 37.
Got them both down. Really nice job by boys here, getting outside the pocket, but both feet down. Nice job there.
17 yards up to the 37.
He's been the one consistent for them in this first half.
Third catch for Idivio today in this first half. And Cortland still with 21 seconds and a timeout. They've got a chance to score before halftime. Here's Boyes. Escapes, but then he got tripped up. Ramarion Roby with the tackle. And the clock is still winding. Cortland has a timeout, and finally they take it. I'm wondering if they might add a few more seconds to the clock, or did it really take them that long to get it?
Timeout. Cortland, their third of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 11 seconds.
Here we see Boyes in the pocket. They were going to bring pressure off the edge. See number 14 gets blocked, but he's able to just trip up Boyes enough that it is not able to get his moment. You're going to see him come in from his right. See him just reach out that hand and trip him up. Right, let a lot of time go, and you know it's in a tough situation too because they're outside their field goal kicker's range.
Yeah, Mike Beloga's long this season is just 39 yards. The ball is at the 37 right now.
And so you're really, with the amount of time, you almost, I mean, to get it out, they put a little bit of time on that. We'll give them now maybe a chance to try to get one out to the sideline real quick.
That probably has to be the plan of attack, right?
Yeah.
One play, get out of bounds.
One guy may be looking for two in this situation is number 6.
Joe Idivio has a catch on this drive already, and Patrick Rochford told us this week he's come up with big play after big play for us in the playoffs.
He's to his right in the slot.
Second and 10. Boyes stepping up, don't have a lot of time. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does. Took a hit, and it was late. The flag comes in. This is huge. 8 yards, but it looks like they're going to add a few more to it.
See Boyes, he's trying to get to the sideline. I mean, he was out of bounds. His momentum was there. And certainly argued there's no need for that shove there. And they're going to do Cortland a big service here.
Personal foul. Defense, number 34. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic, first down.
So it's B.J. Adamczyk who gets called for the personal foul, half the distance to the goal, and with 6 seconds to go, they are certainly in field goal range, and in fact, Mike Beloga is out there to attempt a 31-yard field goal. His long this season is 39.
No win tonight.
Cortland gets the ball to start the second half too, so a chance to get points right before the break and then get the football to start the third. Timeout taken by North Central right ahead of the field goal, trying to ice Beloga.
That penalty just looms large because they probably were, we're going to still struggle to get into field goal range without that penalty yardage.
Bowl season begins tomorrow with 7 games on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+. We've got an ABC tripleheader starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with Howard and Florida A&M in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Then Miami, Ohio takes on App State in the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. And we finish up with UCLA and Boise State in the Starco Brands LA Bowl at SoFi Stadium. 7 bowl games tomorrow, the Division II National Championship, and an FCS playoff game all tomorrow. 6 seconds left before halftime. Cortland with a chance to get on the board with a 31-yard field goal attempt from Mike Beloga. Kick on the way, and it's right down the middle. 1 second still remaining in the quarter, and Cortland avoids what would have been the first time they were shut out in the first half since 2016.
So a little bit of a head shake there from North Central head coach Brad Spencer. He knows that, you know what?
Gave him 3.
Yeah, we helped you right there. Again, Cortland knew it. I mean, this is a North Central team that roughly by 490 points outscored opponents in the first half.
There was 1 second on the clock, but now they're saying halftime, and I think Brad Spencer's saying, hey, we should have a chance for a kickoff return because his kickoff return guy, Joey Lombardo, averages 44 yards a return and has 3 kickoff returns for a touchdown this year. I don't know that many coaches would be fighting this hard, but Brad Spencer absolutely should be.
2 seconds on the game clock. 2 seconds.
So now they're going to put 2 seconds on the clock.
Actually got it.
One
extra second, yeah. Well, you're right. I mean, they have been dynamic in the kick return game. You want that opportunity, especially after you know it's just, said we were talking about it, they kind of helped them to get those 3 points. And for Cortland, they may be trailing, but to be going into half with a team like North Central that has been so prolific in the first half, that's a win, really. They've checked the box in their to-do list. They said, we want to drag this into the late third quarter, the fourth quarter as a close game. And if we can do that, we feel like we got a chance to topple North Central.
Yeah, Kurt Fitzpatrick said that yesterday to us. We have to weather the storm. We know how good North Central is in the first half, but if we can make this a close game, North Central doesn't play in very many of those.
Do not kick it to 13.
They kick it on the ground. 13's going to pick it up anyways. Joey Lombardi's got 3 kickoff returns for a touchdown this year. Running out of room on the sideline. Squeezes through a couple, but then he's taken down. Zach Boys in Cortland gets the football to start the second half. Low-scoring game, not what we imagined, but a great one here in the Stagg Bowl. Division III National Championship from Salem. North Central looking for back-to-back. Cortland in its first time ever here, trying to knock off the mighty Cardinals. Seven to 3 at halftime of the Division III National Championship game. We were scoreless until Charles Coleman ran it in with just under a minute before halftime. Defensive-minded game for these two. We've got the first half highlights and stats coming up after this. Welcome back to the Stagg Bowl on ESPN. Division III National Championship game from Salem, Virginia, and we've got a great one at the break. 7 to 3 between North Central and Cortland with 30 minutes left to determine a national champion. Hello, everyone. We welcome you back inside the booth. Craig Haubert, Noah Reed with you. Ashley Stroline down in the field as well. Two of the most prolific offenses in the nation. They combined for 107 points per game. So 7 to 3. Exactly where we thought we'd be, right?
Yeah, right. Well, you know the old adage, defense wins championships, and that is certainly the situation we're in right now. What's really interesting is throughout that whole first half, each team only had 3 possessions. A lot of it was time possession, working their way down the field. There were 5 red zone opportunities between the two teams, but only the 10 points that came within the last minute of the half.
So 7-3, 10 total points in the first half means there was a lot of defense to be seen.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams' defenses have really stepped up. Luke Lennon trying to get a little bit outstretched, trying to find a star receiver there, number 6, Hardy. And Zach Boyd trying to get outside, but Will Kettlecamp there to make the play. Both teams were very aggressive in that first half. There were 6 fourth down attempts, but between the two teams, only one of them was able to convert a first down, and there you saw Coleman punching in to help get North Central on the board with the first touchdown.
Well, North Central, despite only the 7 points, they're doing what they do all the time, and that's run the football so well. 215 yards on the ground, and when you see 263 yards in the first half, they just haven't been able to punch it in very much.
Yeah, both teams have been able to move the football, but really, especially for North Central, penalties. Penalties really took the rhythm out of drives and actually helped Cortland get in a position to put those 3 points on at the end of the half.
Yeah, a late hit on the next to last play before halftime by B.J. Adamczyk put Cortland in field goal position. Mike Beloga was able to get the 3 points, get Cortland on the board, and Kurt Fitzpatrick's team deferred the toss to start. So Cortland's offense, led by Zach Boyes, gets the football first.
I will say I questioned that early on, but it was a smart move.
Cole Burgess from the 9 on the return. Reversing to the left side, escapes from one tackler. Couldn't get anything going in front of him. He's out at the 27 to start the drive. And we check in now with Ashley on the sidelines.
Hey guys, well, I had the opportunity to speak to North Central head coach Brad Spencer as he was headed in to the locker room at halftime, and he told me, I'm very happy with my defense and I'm very unhappy with my offense. There's been 2 times that we've been inside the 10 and managed to get 0 points. That just can't be what we're doing. We have to finish those drives. He said, I feel like we're simply just letting Cortland stay in this game, and as you guys saw there as time wound down at the end of the half, he wasn't too happy with some of the officials. He said, we can't control that stuff. We've got to control what we can control, and that's our brand of football.
Yeah, a team that scores 60 points per game. You don't hear your coach say, I'm not happy with the offense very much, but only 7 first half points. Boyes drops it out. Amari Kendrick, the tight end, has his 3rd catch of the game, and he gets planted out of bounds near the 40.
There, we just saw a little bit of a glimpse of Zach Boyes of what we saw on film. He's going to put it in the pocket to the back, pull it out, and then get it right out to his tight end number 84. That quick execution, you're right. Lucky did not get a penalty there.
Alfano St. John reversing course back to the left. The quarterback, Boyes, gives him a block. Picks up 8 yards on the run.
Alfano St. John. And they're going to watch. Boys, hey, follow me. I'm your lead blocker. And actually doing a great job there.
This guy is doing everything. Boyes has accounted for 147 of the 166 yards today, and he's given blocks to his running backs. Faked Alfano St. John, unleashes to the sideline, pulled in by Burgess. Got the first down.
Seeing a little bit of the arm strength there from Boyes. That pass went a ways. Able to deliver it. A nice route. You see working from that far hash, getting it out there. The receiver Burgess to catch.
We talked a lot about Lannon being the Gallardi Trophy winner, but Zach Boyes was a semifinalist for that. Top 20 player in the nation was Boyes. Alfano St. John spinning away from a tackler, and he's stacked up at the 39 for 3 yards. You said at halftime, Craig, you were surprised that Jaden Alfano St. John wasn't getting more touches. They've gone to him a couple times in this first drive now.
Yeah, he's been so instrumental within this offense throughout the year. I mean, he came in rushing for over 1,400 yards, had roughly 20 more carries than the next leading rusher on this team, but he was very quiet in that first half. Try to get some more, balance to this offensive attack.
You know, Patrick Rochford wants to get him more carries. He's the offensive coordinator, but also the offensive line coach. Loves to run the football. Boys searching out to the left. Picks up the first down, and he jogs out himself. Picks up 7 yards, moves the chains.
Good job there, that offensive line. Give it some time. You're going to watch number 75 at the top. You're just going to watch him just collapse down that defensive line and just give that soft edge there for Zach Boys to be able to get around it, pick up that first.
You had kind of mentioned this in the first half, but the running ability for him just gets so overlooked because of what he does in the pass game.
Yeah, but again, he's right behind Alphonso St. John in rushing on this team in terms of total yards.
Low snap to Boys, corrals it. Has an open man on the sideline. It's caught by Burgess. He's down inside the 10. First and goal now for Cortland, who has a chance to take the lead after 23 yards.
That was really pretty good. As you mentioned, that snap was a little low. He's going to scoop it up, and then watch the shoulder fake. That's going to draw up the defender to allow for that cushion there for Burgess. You're going to watch it. Watch, see the defender underneath number 10. He was drawn up by that shoulder fake that allowed Burgess to slip behind him on a low snap, still able to kind of get that play fake going. Outstanding job there by Boys.
Boys is 3 for 3 this drive for 45 yards. Looking to pass, this time to the end zone, to Burgess again. Did not get his feet in. He's out of bounds.
Zach Boys pass. Ruled incomplete.
We're going to see Burgess here. And then he's going to get that right foot. Ooh, I think he got that left foot down. We're going to watch that left foot. Is it down?
Oh, yeah. That's down, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's down.
Yeah.
You got to take a look at that.
Pass is under further review.
Watch that.
Oh, and he's dragging the right foot.
Yeah.
It's ruled no catch. That's always important to note on the field, but he definitely got that left foot, and I think he might have dragged the right foot too.
Once again, it was nice execution from Zach Boys. He gave a little bit of a shoulder fake, allowed that opportunity for Burgess to be able to kind of create some separation.
I also didn't see any bobble.
No,
I
it was a clean catch.
Yeah.
You're right. At first, I was so hyper focused on that left foot, and then you got the right one down too.
Right. Probably good on Sunday. And Burgess is already saying it's a touchdown.
After further review, the receiver had possession with his left foot inbounds. The ruling on the field is overturned. Touchdown.
How about that? Overturned call. Cortland takes its first lead of the day.
Cole Burgess there extends that left foot's in, then watch him drag across that right. And I'll tell you what, even if that right wasn't down, doesn't matter. He had that left in. Outstanding execution there by Cole Burgess, a senior.
Seven plays, 72 yards, just over 3 minutes off the clock, and Beloga with the extra point. First time today, only the second time all season North Central's been down. How do they respond to adversity? What a start to the second half for Cortland. Just over 3 minutes off the clock. They drive down and take their first lead of the day with a Cole Burgess touchdown.
Yeah, and some outstanding just ball handling by Zach Boys. And here, see the little shoulder fake. It's going to allow Cole Burgess to get the separation and outstanding concentration, holding that in, getting that foot down, and getting Cortland on the board. Outstanding job of finishing that first half and coming out in the second half, getting more points.
It was originally called incomplete, overturned to give him a touchdown. Only the second time all year North Central has been down. The first came last week in the semifinals in the fourth quarter. Here's Joey Lombardi, the electric return man for North Central. And he gets out across the 30. Football came loose at the end.
Joey Lombardi on the return from his own 8-yard line.
I never got a signal that he was down, but Cortland comes up with the football. Or rather, North Central comes up with the football.
Recovered by 33, Andy Chubb.
Lombardi working up as he's going down. That knee is down.
Yeah, wouldn't have mattered. He's down.
And his elbow's down.
elbow's down.
Everything's down. The ball comes out. That's what you call a mute point.
North Central football no matter what. Luke Lane, the Gallardi Trophy winner for National Player of the Year. Threw for just 48 yards, ran for 40 in the first half. Not the most efficient first half for him. He holds on to the football here, rolling right, and tried to shot put it, but it's batted down by Jaden Martinez.
They tried to slip number 6, D'Angelo Hardy, their outstanding receiver, out. There was a lot of traffic. Cortland didn't give him kind of a free release. There was nowhere to go with the football as we see them continue just to try to spring Hardy into action here.
And it feels like they're kind of doing anything they can to get Lane going, too. Second down, Lane to throw. Zips it out to his running back, but he threw it behind Sacco. Back-to-back incompletions to start this drive for Lane, who's now just 5 of 13 on the day. First half for North Central where they only had 3 drives. They moved the football extremely well, Craig, but only able to get 1 touchdown out of it.
You mentioned that, his just overall stat line. That many incompletions usually doesn't have an entire game. Here early in the third quarter.
Only had 53 incomplete passes all season long in the first 14 games. He's got 8 today. Hand off to Sacco, and there's nowhere to go. He's wrapped up after just 3 yards.
Anytime they usually get around their own 40, they're thinking go for it on 4th. Now, key thing to remember is Lanen is their punter as well.
Yep. The quarterback is the punter as well for Brad Spencer.
I think here you gotta drop back, you gotta kick it. You don't want to give Cortland feeling a little momentum now with outstanding field position. There you go.
There he drops back to punt it. Nobody's back there to field it. It does take a little bit of a North Central roll down to the 15. And that's where it's touched up. 47-yard punt for Lane, and Cortland gets the football back, up by 3 in the national title game. Stagg Bowl number 50, the Division III National Championship game in Salem, a stage that Cortland has never been on in program history, but they're looking really good, Craig, against a team that's trying to make it back-to-back and 3 of the last 4 national championships.
For Cortland, there's a lot of football to play, but this really could be a pivotal drive because if they can get points on the board, they could really start to push North Central into a situation that they are not used to.
A false start here on the first play, so that backs up Cortland 5 yards.
False start. Offense, number 88, 5-yard penalty, first down.
As you mentioned a little bit ago, North Central's, this is only the second time all season they trailed. First time was last week, and when they did trail, they quickly responded and retook the lead. So now, if Cortland can get themselves in a situation, not off to a good start with the penalty, but if they can get themselves in a situation where they can extend the lead,
They've already scored a touchdown in this third quarter. Alphonso St. John has nowhere. He's wrapped up by James Hart and driven backward for a loss of 1.
James Hart, big number 95, right there in the middle. See, crowd, low man wins. Great job with the leverage, using his hands, plays off the block. Makes a nice tackle. Outstanding execution there by the senior in the middle of that defense. He was two-gapping there. Nice job there from number 95.
They have been so good at stopping the run tonight and all season long. 5 tackles for loss now for this North Central defense. Play action, Boys fakes, zips it to the sideline, caught by Burgess, who had the touchdown last drive, and he gets drilled out of bounds. Goes for 11 yards and makes this third down a little closer.
It was a nice job there by Nick Rumble, number 8. He took away. They were trying to take a shot downfield. Nick Rumble was running with the receiver, forced him to have to go underneath, set up this third down.
What does Patrick Rochford, the offensive coordinator, draw up here on a 3rd and 5? His team leading the #1 team in the country. Boys leaping forward, but he's down about 3 yards shy.
North Central defensively, really just able to squeeze that pocket around him and trip him up.
That is Zach Boys, the quarterback, who is down on the ground, slow to get up, holding the left leg. Not the thing you want to see at all if you're a Cortland fan.
Zach Boys trying to escape the pocket. Maybe that. It's tough to see there what is, but what is great to see him walking off under his own power.
So Boys walking off the field, it's a 4th down regardless. So we won't see the backup quarterback yet, Vin Mazzone. We'll see if Boys is able to go by the next drive for Cortland or not. Low snap, gathered and punted. A short punt that rolls out of bounds shy of midfield. So North Central gets the stop, and they have starting field position at the +47 after just a 24-yard punt.
24 yards on the punt, no opportunity for return.
That North Central defense responded there. Talked about how important it would have been for Cortland to be able to extend that lead. That defense gets it done and gives their offensive an opportunity to start this drive in plus territory.
North Central went 13 games in a row to start the season without trailing. They trailed last week in the semifinals very momentarily, but Brad Spencer's team scored a touchdown to take the lead back and win the game. Now they're down 10-7. This is Charles Coleman. Bouncing off tacklers, that's a strong run down to the 41 for 5 yards.
I do not know, looked like, there were several Cortland defenders made contact. Look like they had a chance to wrap them up, but they didn't wrap them up. Big number 21, Coleman, kept those legs moving.
Are you gonna take your shirt off in the booth like those guys?
No, not yet, not yet.
Not yet, it's gotta be colder for you.
Maybe 4th quarter.
Second down, Coleman once again. Straight up the gut, he's got a 1st down to the 30. Give him 13 yards and a 1st down.
Doing a nice job of just following his blocks. Tonight, that interior O-line's done a great job. See number 58, the right guard pulling.
Coleman up to 90 yards rushing. That's the 3rd string running back. Why not go to him one more time? Yards after contact. Let's check in with Ashley.
Hey guys, I'm over here on the Cortland sideline where Zach Boys came off. He was getting some work done by a trainer. He only sat down for just a second, quickly hopped up, started jogging on the sideline. Right now he's looking at his right ankle and talking things over, but to me, he seems like he's in good spirits, and we'll see what the call is here, but moving around on the sideline and looking like he's going to try and go.
Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, if you're a Cortland fan, you're hoping for everything that he gets to come back in. Allen on the toss, first down, stretching outside, and he's down inside the 10.
Seeing the depth of that running back room. Number 1, Sean Allen. Say he's the smoothest of the group. Get a little pitch to the outside. Good job blocking downfield there by those North Central receivers.
He got all the way down to the 4, tiptoed that sideline, sets up 1st and goal now for North Central, who has a chance to reclaim the lead. 3rd different running back used this drive for North Central as Sacco's in the backfield now. Sacco, touchdown North Central. Cardinals retake the lead.
That offensive line acted like a huge wave. Watch him just wash that Cortland defense away. Look at that seam that Sacco had to be able to cut and run into. Big boys up front making it easy for number 24.
5 plays, barely 2 minutes off the clock. All run plays for North Central. And Joe Sacco with his 20th touchdown of the season. Cardinals bounce right back, take the lead with 6:34 to go in the 3rd. Craig, it felt like on that drive, North Central got back to who they are. 5 plays, all on the ground, and they retake the lead.
Yeah, and there we saw the pitch there to Sean Allen. To get inside that line, just absolutely pushing the Cortland Red Dragons defense out towards the sideline and letting Joe Sacco finish it off with that run in the end zone, not even touched.
His 20th touchdown run of the season, his 11th game over 100 yards this year. Division III national championship game. Cortland has never been here before. North Central's trying to make it back-to-back national titles. And the kick went out of bounds, so Cortland gets some really good starting field position with a chance to bounce back.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team, number 27. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
So Zach Boyes is coming back out there on that 3rd down play. He was a little shaken up, but we see him come back out there, and a sigh of relief if you're a Cortland fan.
Yeah, it's big to have him back out there running that offense. Seems kind of shaking it out a little bit. Key thing is, does it affect his mobility? It's been a big part of this offense tonight.
Yeah, he's ran for 67. He keeps it here, now gets rid of it, but nobody around. Taking a look back to that last drive on the 3rd down run, this is the play he got injured.
You know, watch that right ankle. It turned a little bit as he went down. Ashley had told us that that's what they were looking at on the sideline, and you kind of see it there as he planted. It turned a little bit, but he was moving around pretty well right there on that play.
You said it though, ground game has been a big piece of his day today. Now on 2nd down, uncorks it to the sideline. He's got J.J. Lapp. Big play, touchdown, 65 yards. Cortland back on top.
Ankle may not be 100%, but the arm's looking pretty fine on that throw.
A 65-yard strike from Boyes to Lapp. 13 seconds is all it takes Cortland to go back in front. Up 17-14 now after the extra point.
Cortland tonight, they have tested number 31, Ethan Gorick, and he has been up to the challenge most of the night. But here, Lapp just on the outside, wins with speed. Boys, outstanding pass, drops it right in on him, and Lapp able to outrun the defender. And the Red Dragons respond in a big way. See Lapp just winning with speed there.
Patrick Rochford, the offensive coordinator, told us yesterday, Zach has so much trust in JJ. He'll throw the ball up there and let his guy go get it.
That's great to see. Lapp had left the game against Wartburg a week ago. Wondered how he would be. Looking fast and fine there. Now the third time that they've trailed.
2 of the 3 times North Central has trailed in a game all year long have come in this third quarter. Short kick, Joey Lombardi from the 13 on the return. Gives a stiff arm to a defender, and he gets driven out of bounds across the 30. Ashley's got a little bit more on Zach Boyes.
Yeah, Noah and Craig, as we talked with Coach about Zach Boyes and his father, Jerry, there's a little bit of a rivalry there because Dad played at their rival school, Ithaca, back in the 70s. But Zach said Dad is 100% a Cortland Red Dragon fan now. I asked him, well, what did Dad say about playing in this championship? Your dad has experience as a player and as an assistant coach. And he said, Dad told me just to go out there and be myself, do what I know how to do and play my style of ball. Don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low.
That's awesome. Jerry was an All-American at Ithaca, played in 2 Stagg Bowls, coached in 2 Stagg Bowls as an assistant coach. And this one might be his favorite ever, getting to watch his son play in it. Sacco with a cut up the middle. He's got the first down, got the speed to the sideline. Sacco across the 25, and he's just tripped up by Luke Winslow. A touchdown-saving tackle. But 49 yards for Sacco.
North Central responding the way they know how, on the ground. Sacco getting to the edge. As you mentioned, see there, good angle by Winslow, able to extend and trip him up, stop him from taking that all the way.
314 yards on the ground already for North Central with still 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. And the second time today, Sacco's had a run of 49 yards. So Luke Winslow, who made the tackle to save the touchdown, is the one down the sideline for Cortland.
That was tremendous effort by Winslow, and just really kind of selling out to extend and be able to trip up Sacco. A lot of times too, when you're running that fast and you completely extend, you just completely exposing yourself. You hit the ground hard. Good to see him walking off.
We told you that Sacco run gave him 314 total on the ground. 4th time North Central has ran for at least 300 in a game, and they still have a quarter and a half.
And it seems like almost so pedestrian. That's how good they are running the football.
Right.
Like they're still in a battle here, but they're still churning out yards on the ground.
Sacco's off the field. Sean Allen comes in to give him a spell. It's Allen with the carry. Sheds a tackler, and he's down to the 15 for 5 yards. What a luxury that's got to be. You've got the second best rushing offense in the nation. They run for 325 a game, and then when you throw it, oh yeah, we've got the Gallardi Trophy winner in Luke Lanin.
Well, what's interesting too is if you follow North Central, you know they had the best running back in the nation last year, Ethan Greenfield, and he shouldered the load. This year, it's more of a group effort, and we're seeing the depth of those running backs.
Here is one of those running backs in Allen again for his second consecutive carry. And he gets stacked up after 5 yards. He's to the 10, and that's a first down. And Greenfield is on the coaching staff now. Graduated last year, had a great career. He's now the running backs coach now for North Central.
Has a lot of experience to share with that running back room. There you see Ethan Greenfield looking on. A year ago, he was in this game. Now he's probably, oh, somebody give me some pads.
Right? He looks like he could still go out there and run over some people, doesn't he?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. First and goal, Sean Allen again. This time gets just a couple yards.
But you saw Greenfield there. What's interesting about this North Central program, it's just fighting right here to continue to try to build a dynasty, is once you're in that family, you really don't leave. The head coach, both coordinators are alumni. Ethan Greenfield right away comes back as a part of that program. You know, a lot of people invest in this program and don't stray very far.
Third time in 4 seasons, because there was no 2020 season, where the Gallardi Trophy winner has come from North Central. Greenfield last year, Laney this year. This is Coleman on the ground, has a touchdown already today. Only a yard here to bring up 3rd and goal. The OC on one side, the defensive coordinator on the other. Can North Central get another touchdown to take the lead, or can Cortland get a stand on goal to go?
This time they were down here, they kept it on the ground.
Laney to throw on 3rd and goal, looking corner of the end zone, too tall for Hardy. 4th down, a field goal does tie it, but North Central is known to go for it. They are extremely aggressive on 4th down.
Lane in here. Pressure right up the middle. This overthrows Hardy a little bit too much there with the pressure bearing down with him coming right up the middle.
It's a 24-yard field goal attempt coming for Sean Reinick and a chance to tie the game. Feels like deja vu. In the first quarter, they ran Reinick out for a field goal, called a timeout, put the offense back out on the field after the timeout, and I wonder if we might see the same thing here.
Well, what happened was they kicked so infrequently that they didn't have all 11 guys out there, and they had to run out the 11th guy, and that's why they had to call the timeout. I actually think that time he was committed to making the kick, but he didn't have his personnel out there. And then once again, we're seeing North Central just kind of continue small little ways, kind of some of these paper cuts, so to speak, throughout the game.
Yeah, Brad Spencer has only had his team kick a field goal 2 times this year. I mean, part of that's because they rarely ever face 4th downs. That's part of it. But the other part of it is they just go for it all the time.
I didn't see who ran out there, but whoever he was, I'm sure was like, oh, we're kicking? Am I on this?
I had no idea I was on the field goal unit. Well, we do know Sean Reinick's out there again. 24-yard field goal attempt. 2 for 2 on the season. This one to tie the game. Right down the middle. 17 all with 3:16 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're aggressive. They don't like to kick, but obviously that was the right move there. Tie it up.
Kick off your Week 15 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the app. They'll have all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and previews of each game right up to kickoff. And then Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and our Monday Night Football crew will be in Seattle at Lumen Field for a big NFC matchup between Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, Geno Smith and the Seahawks. It's an 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific kick on ABC, ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and Peyton and Eli are once again on ESPN2. Doesn't happen all the time, but there are Division III players that end up going to the NFL, and currently 3 guys who graduated and played at Division III schools, Craig, are playing in the NFL right now.
And then we've talked about number 6, D'Angelo Hardy for North Central, someone who's been catching scouts' attention.
Yeah, the North Central wide receiver has had numerous NFL scouts into practice throughout the season to watch him. Cole Burgess from inside the 10. Got a block out in front of him, and that helps him pick up a few extra yards across the 25 to the 27. So there wasn't a whole lot of offense in the first half, Craig, but now we're starting to see the offenses pick up in the third quarter.
Yeah, Zach Boys with a nice throw there. Receiver getting his feet in, then on the ground. North Central would get it, and taking a shot downfield and hitting J.J. Lapp for the big score. North Central rarely trails, then they would be able to respond with the field goal. Tie it up.
Zach Boys has thrown for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns today. 147 of those yards and both touchdowns have come in this third quarter. Alfano St. John cannot turn the corner. He got back out to the line of scrimmage for no gain. B.J. Adamczyk with the stop.
Alfano St. John still trying to get him to go. A little bit best there, kind of working between the tackles. A tough time tonight trying to turn that corner.
This North Central defense has done a really good job on him.
Yeah, that defensive line has really done a nice job. They've been stout on the interior, doing a nice job kind of setting the edge with their ends.
Second and 10 for Boys to throw. Lets it rip over the middle. It's incomplete. He was looking for Lapp, who thought he got held by B.J. Adamczyk over the middle.
Right over the middle. You see Adamczyk, number 34, just kind of, he shielded him, did not allow Lapp to be able to kind of work inside. But no penalty. Gonna move on, play the next play.
North Central defense gets away with one. Can they make it a 3 and out to get the football back in a tied game late in the third? Boys to the sideline, it's pulled in by Lapp. He's got the first down. 10 yards, just enough to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, it's a great route by Lapp. He knows where he needs to get, he breaks, and as he is, the football is on its way. And we're starting to see that connection heat up here in the second half.
Had the 65-yard touchdown catch last drive. This one on a big third down play to move the chains. Faked Alfano St. John, kept by Boys. That ankle looks fine. Open space on the sideline before he gets upended by Julian Bell. What ankle problem? 28 yards, first down.
Yeah, Zach Boys so good with his ball handling. You see the defender run out with the running back, doing a good job on the right side, getting a body on a body, creating a crease. And Boys getting to the edge. He was a multi-sport athlete in high school as well, and head coach Kurt Fitzpatrick said he's like a point guard running that offense there, taking it himself down court.
Coach told us he doesn't like his quarterbacks to only be one sport, guys. He wants them playing 2 or 3 sports. Thinks it helps him a lot. Boys uncorks it, open target. Idevio on the near sideline, twisted down at the 10. 25 yards right after a 28-yard run.
You see Idevio, he's inside, nice route, working against the zone, settles down, and we're seeing Boys continuing to deliver the football. Good accuracy, finding his receivers.
Final minute of the third quarter. Red zone trip again for Cortland. And Alfano St. John. You hear the crack of the helmets down inside the 10 for only 2 yards. It's Bobby Medina there on the stop.
When you can hear that hit, Nolan, you know it's championship football. We've seen things a little bit more of an offensive explosion in the second half, but we've also seen a lot of red zone drives falter.
Yeah, in this third quarter, everybody has taken advantage of the red zone trips, but in the first half, the two teams were a combined 2 for 5 in the red zone. Kept by Boys up the middle, sniffed out well by that North Central defense. A loss of 1 on the stop by James Hart. This game has lived up to everything we could ask for and then some. Tie game, 17 apiece. Cortland and North Central in the Division III national title game. What a finish we've got in front of us here in Salem.
All right, Coach, tied at 17-all heading into the final quarter in the championship game. What do you need to see from your team to get the job done and walk out as back-to-back champs tonight?
Got to see the offense finish in the score zone inside the 10-yard line, particularly in the defense. We got to quit giving up big plays right there like we just saw. I think if we can do that, we're going to have a great chance.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
A calm, cool, and collected Brad Spencer. He acts like his team's been here a time or two before.
Yeah, that's kind of his demeanor all the time. We had a chance to talk to him. He's almost like a motivational speaker.
Yeah. Well, his defense trying to get a stand here on 3rd down and long inside the 10. Boys fade, corner the end zone, pulled in. Idivio with the touchdown to put Cortland back in front.
They got Idivio matched up on the safety. You're going to see inside working against number 1. Nice cut to the outside, and once again, Zach Boyce puts it right on the money.
The extra point is straight down the middle. Zach Boyce and Cortland with a 24-17 lead in the 4th quarter of the national title game. Joe Idivio or Tommy DeVito, you tell me. Welcome back to the Stagg Bowl on ESPN. 24-17. Cortland, the team that's never been here before, taking on the team that's won 2 of the last 3 national titles, and Cortland getting it done both on the ground and through the air that last drive.
Yeah, Zach Boyce really starting to fire up here in the second half. 9 of 11, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns, including that one to number 6, Joe Idivio.
$14.56 to play for a national championship. The most electrifying offense in the nation, North Central, scores 60 points a game, has been held to 17 in the first 3 quarters, but they get the football at the 35 because of the kick out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Kicking team, number 25. The ball will be placed in the 35-yard line. First down.
So for North Central, they've been able to respond, been able to run the football. The one thing they haven't been able to do is get number 6, D'Angelo Hardy, or number 13, Joey Lombardi, going. They tried really hard in that first half to get some plays to Lombardi. Can they get one of those playmakers on the edge involved?
Luke Lanin has only completed 5 total passes today. He gives it to Sacco here, who's crushed by 2 defenders and driven backward for just a pickup of a couple. In this second half, Craig, Lanin, who was named the Gallardi Trophy winner earlier today, the top player in all Division III football, 0 for 3, no yards. This game is probably going to come down to his right arm. Can he deliver or can he not?
Well, he comes with a lot of experience, and I think he's one of these players. I said it right at the open. He's best on the move. You got to get him outside the pocket, let him create.
Play action. Lanin launches downfield to Hardy. Got him in stride. And Hardy tumbles down inside the 5. How's that for getting Hardy going? 59 yards and 1st and goal.
And he's been quiet. They tried the first half different ways there. Just on the post route. It's a big receiver, runs so well. We talked about Lanin, the struggles there from the pocket. Delivers a strike right down the field. Now you imagine they just go right back down to that run game.
The 7-point deficit is the biggest North Central has faced all year long, but just 4 yards away from responding and tying this game back up. Fake to Sacco, kept by Lanin. He uses the legs for the score. The top player in Division III football with a statement drive.
Watch two defenders in white. Lanin with an outstanding job of putting it in Coleman's chest and pulling it. Sore number 21, Jaden Martinez, comes screaming down. Gave Lanin the edge, and he's able to take it in.
The extra point is there to tie the game up at 24.
North Central getting pushed back, trying to defend their title. They respond and tie it up.
The NCAA Division III Football Championship is brought to you by McDonald's.
That is what we're playing for, the 2023 Division III National Championship, and it is coming down to the wire. 10 total points in the first half, Craig, for two electric offenses. It was all defense in the first half, but man, have those two offenses shown up in the second.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 50th edition of the Stagg Bowl, and this has just been so fitting.
There were 0 points scored in the first 29 minutes, so all 10 of those first half points were scored in the final minute. 0 points in the first 29 minutes, 48 points in the last 17 minutes to be tied at 24 in the final 13 and a half to play. The return from the 12. Ravi Das is twisted down near the 35 and out to the 37. Zach Boyce has been so good in this second half. He's thrown for 3 touchdowns. He's ran for nearly 100. And his team that's playing in the first national title game in program history has the ball in a tie game against the #1 team in the nation. First play of the drive is a handoff, and Alphonso St. John is taken down after just 2.
Yeah, nice play there on the edge by number 32, Will Kettlecamp, playing off the block.
Kettlecamp was so low, I thought Alphonso St. John fell on his own, and I looked down and was like, no, it's because he was wrapped up at the ankles by Kettlecamp, who was on the ground already. One of the top rushers in the nation, Alphonso St. John, ran for over 1,400 yards entering today, has just 19 on 11 touches. Boys dumps it off. It is Alphonso St. John in the pass game. He's got the first down near midfield. BJ Adamczyk makes the stop, but not until 9 yards and a first down.
Talked about that point guard mentality that Boyce brings to that offense. There's nothing there. He's going to have to go out. Oh, sees his underneath outlet. Drops it right off to him. Or he's going to force it.
Boys on a designed run, straight up the gut. There's nothing there. No gain.
It doesn't really matter who the ball carrier is. It's just been tough to try to gain yards between the tackles against that North Central defense. that. J.J. Lapp to his right. North Central giving safety help to that side.
Boys on a collapsing pocket, steps up, looking for the sideline, reaches the ball out. Is it enough? Nine yards, right at the marker.
Looks like he's going to be just shy. Nothing downfield. Quickly just takes off. Knows where he needs to kind of get, stretch. Maybe even just a little bit short here on his third down.
And ahead of this 3rd and inches play.
The spot on the field has been overturned to the 41-yard line. First down.
Oh. They gave him an extra 1.5 yards. They had that at the 42.5, and now they're saying it's the 41 and a first down.
Watch him as he outstretches, yeah. They gave him a little shy. I mean, they really shortchanged him at that way he was able to stretch out. Watch him. There he needs to get. And then he was inbounds. Great effort there by Zach Boys. Good job there, too. Kind of getting that corrected on the field and quickly.
So first down instead of 3rd and inches here for Boys. Alphonso St. John, this time he slipped on his own behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1 yard.
It's been so tough running inside. Even when they don't get to you, they're still kind of taking you down. You see Alphonso St. John try to make that cut. And I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful night. But the turf has seemed a little slick at times. Even when guys are falling, you see him sliding a little bit. Alphonso St. John not able to get his footing on that cut.
Boys looking to throw on 2nd down, uncorks it to the left side, caught by Burgess, shuts a tackle, and dives down to the 26. 16 yards for Burgess.
And one thing I've been impressed tonight with Boys that I didn't really expect is the arm strength. Once again, he's delivering this from the far hash, right over that North Central defender with the outstretched hand. Zach Orr, see, on a rope right over Orr, right in front of Rummel. That was a beautiful throw.
8th catch for Cole Burgess, who's approaching 100 yards on the day. First down, swings it out. This is Amari Kendrick, the tight end, lowering the shoulder, and a powerful run after the catch for 10 yards.
Getting that out to Kendrick, a nice job at blocking as well by J.J. Lapp out on the edge. You see number 4 working, then watch it lower that shoulder. Watch him, he's gonna lower that shoulder, push that shoulder to shoulder. Knock the safety back, number 1, Williams.
4 catches today for Kendrick, who entered the game with only 9 total on the season. He's been a big part of the game plan today for Cortland. Boys keeps it, bounces away from 1, and he's down to the 10.
Zach Boys on the quarterback keeper. B.J. Adamczyk leading the stop for North Central.
It seems like everything for Zach Boys is starting to fall in place. He's been effective with his feet, really making some beautiful throws.
A 2nd and 4 for Cortland from the 10. Chance to take the lead again about halfway through the 4th quarter of the Division III national title game. Boys looking left the whole way, throwing that way for Lapp, but it's too far.
Yeah, he had Lapp, but he also had a lot of pressure in his face. See Lapp on the outside, he's gonna work inside, make the break. He's been kind of getting the better of that matchup here in the second half, but there was just too much pressure coming in on Zach Boys for him to be able to make the accurate throw.
One of the best 3rd down offenses in the country this year, Cortland. 4 for 8 today. They need 4 yards for a first down, 10 yards for the lead.
Number 6, Diabio to his left. He's been key in these situations.
Over the middle, it's caught, it's a first down, lunges for the end zone, touchdown! Idivio puts Cortland back in front. Back-to-back touchdown catches for Joe Idivio.
Just a quick slant, and then the nice move in the extension for the touchdown. You see him break back inside, extend, and he breaks the plane. Outstanding effort.
Fourth Cortland touchdown in 5 drives this second half. They've got the #1 team in the nation and the defending national champions on the ropes in the fourth. The NCAA championship season continues tomorrow with the Division II football championship between Harding and Colorado School of Mines at 1 Eastern right here on ESPNU. For more information, go to NCAA.com, your official home for all 90 NCAA championships. Division II title might be tomorrow, but we've got a heck of a Division III championship game. 8:16 to go. The defending national champs down 7 against Cortland, who's making its first ever appearance in the national title game. North Central has responded every time Cortland has scored. Lombardi from the 3 almost slipped. That would have been a disaster. And instead, he's upended at the 30. Zach Boyes, the quarterback for Cortland, has been phenomenal today. He's 3 passing yards away, Craig, from becoming the 2nd quarterback in school history to throw for 300 and run for 100 in the same game. And oh yeah, he's doing it in the national championship game.
Yeah, he's really started to heat up in this second half there, hitting J.J. Lapp down the field. He's made some beautiful throws, hitting number 6. And then once again, it hit that receiver who's been so clutch for them, Diabio.
4 touchdown passes today for Boyes, all of them in the second half. 297 yards through the air, 111 on the ground, and trying to lead his team to a national championship. Lanin holds on to it. The quarterback's got a seam in front of him, and he lunges down across the 40. He's got 12 yards and a first down.
Figure here, kind of this stage of the game, maybe Lanin puts a little bit more of it on his shoulders. There, no hesitation, taking off and running.
Last drive, Lanin had a 59-yard pass to D'Angelo Hardy, which set up his own 6-yard touchdown run. That tied the game up. Cortland scores a touchdown to retake the 7-point lead. Lanin flushing right. There is a flag, and Lanin's ripped out of bounds. The initial signal, as you see there, holding against North Central.
They wanted D'Angelo Hardy there, but took that away with double coverage.
Holding. Offense, number 89. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is 2nd down.
Was Bobby Beamer, but it's declined because of the sack.
See number 89 to the right there. See the hold as he tries to break out. Grabs number 51 by the shoulder. Easy call there for the ref.
It's a 2nd and 15. Boyes runs straight up the middle with it. Or rather, Lanin runs with it. Lanin breaks free. There goes Lanin down the sideline. 64 yards and an extra point away from tying it.
said maybe we'll see Landon put a little bit more of this on his shoulder, and he did right there. Taking that all the way, 2 big runs on that drive.
Reineck's extra point is right inside the upright to tie the game up at 31. 7:16 to play in the national championship game. The National Player of the Year delivering late for his team. "64 yards for the Gallardi Trophy winner to tie this game up halfway through the 4th in the national title game."
Yeah, Luke Lennon, such a playmaker on that drive. Just kind of took it all in his own hands. 2 big runs, including that one for the score. And 2 of the best playmakers in Division III going head-to-head with Landon and Boys.
Look how calm Boys looks. He's ready to get back out on the field and score another touchdown. A game that was 7-3 at halftime, 10 total points. In 10 second-half drives today, we've seen 7 touchdowns. Ravi Das reversing to the left, turns the corner, gets away from one, and he's ushered out of bounds to the 28. So here comes Zach Boys. This guy has been flawless today. 297 through the air, 111 on the ground. And with 7:09 to play, his team's got the football in a tie game in the national championship game.
Wow, has a dynamic change. At first half, it was what offense would break through.
Yeah.
Now in the second half is what defense will step up and get the needed stop or create the turnover.
Spits it out on a screen, caught by IDVO.
10, Zach Orr with an outstanding job out there on the edge. Getting off the block, blowing that up. Number 10, Orr, he was so crucial in their win a week ago in Wartburg. Had an interception late in the game and made a crucial open field tackle to seal the win for North Central.
Yeah, that interception came in the 4th quarter when they were down, and then that 4th down tackle you're talking about sealed the deal in the semifinal win for Orr. 2nd and 8. Boys seeing some pressure, steps up, finds IDVO again. This one for a first down. Boys has just become the 2nd quarterback in Cortland history to throw for 300 and run for 100 in the same game.
Yeah, bringing pressure. He just finds a little bit of a seam, escapes out, and there again we see kind of that point guard mentality. Gets out there, just dishes it off underneath. The number 6.
Boys doing something that hasn't been done since 2002 in Cortland history. And how about it coming in the national championship game? Holds on to it, slings it over the middle, caught by Burgess. Across midfield, that moves the chains again for the Red Dragons.
A lot of times you talk about patience with runners. Really nice job there by Boys with his patience. There, he's gonna pull it. His receiver's not open, he holds a second, allows Burgess to clear and puts it right on him. It's just like finding ways to make plays. He's feeling it.
These 2 quarterbacks have gone blow for blow in this second half. Burgess in motion, give it to him quickly on the toss. Stretches to the edge. Mark him out at the 42 for 5 yards. North Central, the defending national champions. They've won 2 of the last 3 years. They've been here 4 straight years. Cortland is the new kid on the block, never been here in program history, but with under 5 to go, they've got the ball with less than 5 to go. Alfano St. John, there's just nowhere. He's been bottled up all game, no gain.
This offense has just been outstanding in the second half. That run game has been the one piece that they haven't been able to get going, but because of Zach Boyes, he's been able to substitute. His legs have kind of been the piece of the run game, but it's just been nowhere for Alphonso St. John to go. Whether it be inside or trying to get to the edge, they've been able to shut him down, but between Boyes and these receivers, Cortland's moving the football and making plays.
Third and 5. Boyes batted down. Fourth down coming up. The defensive line coming up huge for North Central.
You see Bobby Medina, number 93, can't get to the quarterback. Get your hands up. And the freshman, we're seeing making a nice play there. One thing about Zach Boyes, he does not have great height. You can get your hands up. Medina does it. Puts him in a fourth down. We were talking during the break. We hadn't seen many fourth downs after that first half. Now Cortland facing one.
You like the offense staying on this spot in the field?
Yeah, they told us we're in plus territory. We're going to be aggressive.
Timeout taken first by Cortland. Kurt Fitzpatrick's going to give himself a little bit more time to think it over. Make sure you stay tuned in on ESPN Plus for the post-game trophy ceremony immediately following this game. We'll not be on ESPNU. We transition to ESPN Plus for the trophy ceremony. A lot to decide before then, though, Craig.
Yeah, whoever's going to hoist it, they're going to earn it. And I'll tell you what, about Cortland. If this has been your identity all year, coaches told us, Coach Fitzpatrick, he goes, I'm aggressive. The kids feed off it. Once we get to the other side of the field, we feel like we can go for it on fourth. And if that's what's got you to this moment, that is what you should stick with.
Looking for their first championship in program history. North Central's looking to go back-to-back. It's in the hands of number 12 now on a 4th and 5. Fourth down, sees some pressure, escapes to the right. Boyes uses the legs, has the first down, sandwiched in between a couple guys down to the 30. Big play, Boyes. 12 yards, keeps the drive alive.
Well, when that's your quarterback, you can feel pretty good about going forward on fourth down. They're going to get pressure right up the middle. He's able to escape, get out to the edge, turn upfield and get some more yards, but so poised. Number 7, Alonzo Kuzamana right up the middle. Boyes able to sidestep and escape and create big play.
Zach Boyes has been a dude today. Capone gets the handoff, bouncing off of one in a physical run down to the 24.
Capone, more of that inside runner. Sticking with that run game. And you see now Cortland taking their time.
Second down, keep it on the ground with Capone. And he's out to the 21, just a little bit shy of the marker. 3rd and 1 coming up as we approach 2 minutes to play in the national championship game. Kurt Fitzpatrick looking for his first ever. Brad Spencer is 29-0 in 2 years as the head coach of North Central.
I'm sure Cortland's not that upset that they may need another down to pick up that first.
Fake the handoff, throw it out to Burgess. Has the first down, tiptoeing the sideline. Touchdown, Cortland. Red Dragons take the lead with 1:41 to go in the title game.
Well, you want to be a champion, it takes a team effort. Number 4 out there on the edge, doing a nice job blocking, and you see Burgess tight-roping his way down the sideline. Really nice job just staying in bounds. We've seen Burgess tonight nifty with the footwork.
Second touchdown catch today for Cole Burgess. The senior has put Cortland up a touchdown with 1:41 to go in the national title game.
Able to take that lead with that big 4th down run by Zach Boys. Under pressure.
Look at that number. He has accounted for 472 of Cortland's 505 yards tonight.
His dad had played in the Stagg Bowl. I'm sure. Hey, what was your stat line like?
This game was 0-0, 29 minutes into it. We have 69 total points now and over 1,000 total yards.
I was about to say, that was a long time and a lot of points ago.
Joey Lombardi from the 3. And he's down at the 28. That's where this drive starts for North Central. Forget about all the points in the 3rd quarter because we've had even more here in the 4th. The offense is just heating up more.
Yeah, Zach Boys there. An outstanding job. Luke Lane and the 2 quarterbacks have just been outstanding. He would hit number 6 again, who would punch it in. And then Lane doing a lot with his legs there in this 4th quarter, and then taking one to the house on the big run. We started this game, we said those 2 quarterbacks are 2 of the best playmakers in college football, and they have shown it tonight, especially in this 2nd half. Now it's Landen's turn. How can he respond?
Zach Boys has done his job. What will Luke Lanen do here? The Ghilardi Trophy winner. Has time, snaps it over the middle, caught by Jack Rummel, his first catch of the day, and he runs out at the 40 for 12 yards and a first down.
Nice job by that offensive line. Giving Lanen plenty of time, being able to go to check down to one of his 4th option, Rummel.
The most prolific offense all year long in Division III football. North Central averages 60 points a game. They've got the National Player of the Year at quarterback. What can they do with 90 seconds? Caught by Hardy over the middle, makes a man miss on a juke, and there goes D'Angelo Hardy. 60 yards. An extra point ties it. What a game.
It's like these 2 quarterbacks are, whatever you could do, I could do better.
Lanen staying on the field. Brad Spencer held up 2 fingers. North Central saying, let's go for this game right now. This is awesome.
Play clock is running down here inside 10.
Down to 4. Play clock at 1. And right before the snap, a timeout taken by Cortland.
Snap. Cortland, timeout. Their second of the half. 30 seconds.
D'Angelo Hardy, the playmaker, the one that the NFL scouts are looking at. They're going to give him a little space to operate here. He finds the soft spot in that zone. Lanen says, hey, you're going to give me my big man and some space? I'm going to take it. He makes one defender miss and then off to the races. Nice throw. You're going to see him make that move back to the outside. Forcing number 13, Luke Winslow, to have to quickly change direction. Can't get it done.
Luke Lanen loves it. D'Angelo Hardy does as well. Down 1. The 2-point conversion unit was on the field right before the timeout.
I'll tell you what, in this day of transfer portal madness, D'Angelo Hardy's a player who could have left. He didn't. He came back, wanted to add another title, be a part of this program, help it to try to build a dynasty. Came up big there.
Hardy's already won 2 as a player. Will that touchdown be the signature play to give him a 3rd national championship in his career?
North Central not wanting to think about any type of overtime.
Lanen running left with the block. He won't get there. Cortland gets the stop. It's the freshman Nazjean Lubin. Game's not over. 1:20, 2 timeouts left for North Central. But it's Cortland up because of this stop.
They're going to try to keep it in Lanen's hands. They want their playmaker to have the football. Tries to get out to the edge. He got Sacco blocking. He gets a nice block, but that Cortland defense reads it, and they're swarming by the time he gets to the edge. He is just in a blizzard of white helmets. North Central just really wanted to put it away there. It was a gutsy call. Cortland defense, who almost it seemed like saved North Central with that timeout.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, Kurt Fitzpatrick, from deferring to start this game to calling that timeout, he has called a masterful game and very close to helping Cortland host their first trophy.
And potentially knocking off the team that is the defending national champions, that has been here 4 straight years, that's won 2 national titles.
Number 27, Sean Lanen to kick it off for North Central.
Lining up for an onside kick here. Bounces into the hands of Cortland. Andrew Tarpey recovers it. North Central, like we said, does have 2 timeouts left with 1:19 to play.
Push and 10 for Cortland. From the North Central 45.
They're starting to feel it on that Cortland side of the stadium. Against the #1 team in the nation, the most prolific offense in Division III football. A stage they've never played on before, but they are 1:19 away from their first national championship ever. Hand off to Capone. Breaks away from 1, picks up the first down, and wisely slides down inbounds.
They've struggled to run tonight, but when they needed one, they got one there on the ground. As you mentioned, just a heads-up play there by Capone, sliding down.
Timeout. North Central, their second of the half. 30 seconds.
So North Central calls one of its 2 timeouts, but they only have 1 remaining in its first down.
Nice job up front. They've struggled to kind of create some running lanes. Got one there for Capone, and then gets down. They're going to force North Central to burn a timeout.
The celebration has begun on that Cortland side.
Kurt Fitzpatrick told us when we spoke to him yesterday, we need to just drag him into the fourth quarter. Keep it close. They've done that. Now on the verge. Putting this away.
North Central can only stop the clock one more time. They will right now with 1:12 to play, but with no timeouts left and only 1:12 to go, it's just going to take 2 kneel downs from Cortland. Ashley, what are you seeing down there on the sidelines?
Well, Noah, it is absolutely electric over here on Cortland's sideline. Players are looking at those Powerade jugs over here, looking like they're getting ready to do some celebrating and giving Coach a bath. They're also tossing Powerade bottles into the stands. Fans are throwing water everywhere. There's hugs. The early celebrations are going on. Some of these guys in disbelief, but complete smiles. Standing up on the bleachers, fans excited, interacting with the players, and they can just feel that this moment is almost theirs.
Zach Boyes is saying put a ring on that finger too.
They turned down the opportunity to fly down because they're used to busing everywhere. That's going to be a fun bus ride home. Cortland, how many 100 miles? Don't matter.
3,800 miles in the last 4 weeks is what North Central, or rather what Cortland has traveled. And I'm telling you, the few hundred on the way home is going to be the most fun they've ever had.
Zach Boyes just putting the exclamation point on what has been a record-setting season for him.
The final snap, the final kneel down of the season, and Cortland, for the first time in program history, is national champions.
NCAA Division III Football Championship game. Amos Alonzo, Stagg Ball 50. Goes the way of the Cortland Red Dragons.
They had never been here before. The first trip to the national championship game for Cortland ends in a title. Ashley is down on the sidelines now with Kurt Fitzpatrick.
Hey guys, well,
Lost because they didn't think it could happen either.
well, Coach, you just told me before we came on, it hasn't sunk in yet, but the first ever national title in school history for this football program. What does it mean?
It means everything. I was over there talking to the officials on the sideline when we were kneeling it out. I'm like, we can kneel it, right? We can kneel it out. Clock's to 0. And he's like, yes, yes. I can't believe it. It's amazing. I'm so proud of our players and coaches, our fan base who drove 7 hours to get here. This is unbelievable. It hasn't sunken in. I don't know. I don't know what to say, honestly.
You talked about being aggressive. You didn't hold back at all in this one. Tell me about this game and just the roller coaster that it was.
I mean, our team, aggressive is how we play. That's how we like to play. And I thought our defense did a great job in the first half of playing great when our offense was kind of feeling the game out. Then we made some adjustments on offense and just like put the pedal to the metal, and aggressive is how we like to play at Cortland. So, if you know, when you're in the national championship game, why not play how you play?
And what can you say about the play of your quarterback, Zach Boyes, and how he led the team?
Zach Boyes should win the Gillardy Trophy. He should have won the Gillardy Trophy. I believe he's the best quarterback in the country, and he proved it tonight.
Going to be a fun bus ride back home?
It's going to be a fun bus ride back home, yes.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time. That is incredible. Well, you heard what he had to say about his quarterback, and how about this day for Zach Boyes? 349 yards, 5 touchdowns, 123 on the ground, and the second Cortland quarterback ever to throw for 300 and run for 100 in the same game.
He was a spark plug within that offense, and whether it was his legs or throws, I mean, he made some beautiful throws, distributed the football. It was a great team effort, though. North Central tried to put it away. They tried to go for that 2-point, and the defense stepped up after reeling a little bit in the second half. They got a big stop when they needed.
Well, Zach Boyes is done hugging his coaches, and he's down the sidelines with Ashley.
All right, Zach, you led this team to the first title in school history. What does it mean?
It means everything, man. This is really surreal. You know, growing up in D3 football, to get on this stage and just to play the way we did today against an unbelievable team, man, I can't put it into words. We're national champions, baby. We're national champs.
You told me, you know, your motto is that, you know, if you're going to be the guy, you got to be the guy. Well, you were the guy tonight, but what does it mean to you to have your dad, Jerry, here? You talked about growing up in D3 football to now say, hey, as a player, I'm a national champ.
It's awesome, man. You know, it's something that I live and die by. You know, if you're going to be the guy, you got to be the guy. I truly believe that. You know, you can't pick and choose when you want to play good. You know, when the lights are brightest, you got to come out, you got to play your best. And I really pride myself on that. And, you know, I'm just so proud of these guys. We're national champions. We're national champions.
Congrats, Zach. Go celebrate.
Thank you so much. Go Dragons, baby!
If you're going to be the guy, you got to be the guy. And Zach Boyes is that guy.
Yeah, let's touch it. Overall, this was so much fun. This was an awesome night. This is what football is about. For most of the year, these players operate outside of the spotlight. Today, they got the spotlight, and both North Central and Cortland put on one heck of a football game, and Cortland was able to get it done, hoist the trophy. But this is just an awesome night of football.
Kudos to the season for North Central as well. The last time they lost a game was the 2021 National Championship. They had won every game for 2 years until tonight when Cortland, for the first time in program history, wins the National Championship. What a day here in Salem, Virginia. The Division III National Champions are the Cortland Red Dragons. A big thank you to our producer, Andrea Crawford, our director, Greg Ambrose, and the rest of our phenomenal ESPNU crew. For Craig Halbert, Ashley Stroline, Zach Hoffner, Mike Rudolphi, all in the booth, I'm Noah Reed saying good night from Salem. Cortland, for the first time ever, is national champions. 38-37 over the defending champs, North Central.
All right, it's officially time for tonight's 2023 Stagg Bowl Trophy presentation. Committee Chair Matt Moore, head football coach, University of Northwestern St. Paul, here to hand over that trophy to Cortland football.
Let's go!
All right, Coach Fitzpatrick, we just spoke moments ago. It hadn't sunk in yet. Has it sunk in that you guys just earned your first ever Stagg Bowl in school history?
It's starting to sink in now, just to see the smiles on the players' faces, all of our families, alumni. I honestly can't put it into words how much this means. We worked so hard for this. North Central is such a great team. I'm so proud of the way we just kept playing today. This is unbelievable.
You just looked at me and said, I feel like we have to score another touchdown. Is the adrenaline still going? Yeah.
I'm still in game mode. I feel like we're going to get the ball back and have to go down and score again. But we made such a great stop in the 2-point conversion. I'm so proud of our team.
All right, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Dragons. Let's go.
All right, and next up, we have our most outstanding player. And that is going to go to this guy right here, Zach Boyes, 2023 Stagg Bowl most outstanding player.
Sorry, we get a little excited.
Zach, quite the celebration going on, but for you to grow up in D3 football and to now be the quarterback at Cortland, leading this team to a D3 national championship, put it into words for me what it means.
It's everything. It's everything I ever worked for, man. You know, you get on this stage, you want to play well, you want to play good in these moments, and you know, I pride myself on taking the big games and, you know, playing your best. So I'm so damn proud of these guys and just the way that we fought all day. No one ever thought that we had a chance, right? No one ever thought that Cortland was going to come out here and do this. All I heard all week was North Central's offense, North Central this. You know, we got a damn good team over here in Cortland, New York. So I'm just proud of our guys and happy to get this thing, man.
Speaking of, what does it mean to win most outstanding player of this year's Stagg Bowl?
You know, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's a great award, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without these guys, man. Our guys up front, the receivers made a ton of plays today. Our defense played outstanding in the first half. You know, they got a great offense themselves, so being able to hold them to 7 at half was great. So we just had to make some adjustments, come out and play our game in the second half, and happy we did.
All right, what's the bus ride back home going to be like?
Oh, man, I don't know. It's going to be a lot better with that national championship, though. I'll tell you that. But we're definitely going to enjoy it tonight, and then hopefully we get down to Cortland, New York, and have some fun down there.
All right, enjoy the celebration. Your 2023 Stagg Bowl champs. Cortland.
D1, D2, best QB in the nation. Best QB in the nation. Best QB in the nation.
Let's go.
And the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, we thank you for your attendance. Once again, our final score of Stagg Bowl 50, Cortland 38, North Central 37. Until next year, when this NCAA Div 3 football championship will be decided in Humble, Texas, at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor, we say so long from Virginia.